Anyway, my late husband and I ended up skiing up here one winter after Tom Gillespie groomed it, a local member. And then after his passing away, I started working with the Heritage chapter on the trail, both the maintenance and the building, and I heard about the need for the bridge, so I wanted to donate part of the funds for the bridge.
The North Country Trail is planned to be probably close to 5,000 miles long. We have about 4,700 miles in the route currently through 8 states. But how we get that done is all about local partnership, volunteers, all of this work that you guys have done, you know, that everybody put into making this trail a reality. So I thank you so much for everything that you all have done.
We have 16 miles of trail currently in the Heritage chapter, and this just opens the route for us to keep on building the trail. This trail eventually is going to go over to the Highway 169 parking lot and right into Copper Falls State Park. So it'd be nice to get that heist completed, and there's one more bridge down the ways that has to be completed. But as she was saying, it's all about all the partnerships, the volunteers that work it. Most of the trail is built by volunteers. You know, I was talking to Andrea across the trail. There was 91,000 volunteer hours across the North Country Trail last year.
And it's been reintroduced several times now. It is bipartisan, it is bicameral, and if it becomes law, then it would make 3 trails, including the North Country Trail and the Ice Age Trail and the New England Trail units, which would then allow them to receive additional federal funding and resources, staff that's associated with other Park Service properties, which I'm sure all of those volunteers would appreciate the extra help and funding that could go into improving access like this for folks who really enjoy these wild and beautiful places. So I don't have any updates for you in the moment, but know that it has been something that is on Tammy's mind every session. I hope that it'll come back. I'm hopeful that we can move it forward as we've had a much stronger focus on getting folks into the great outdoors given the times that we live in. So thank you for your long-term dedication, all of the work that you're doing to build and improve and maintain these wonderful places.
You're leaving a personal legacy for future generations. It really makes me kind of choke up, because one of the things we've been through this last year, too many of us were in our homes for a very long time. And people in urban areas, I feel sorry for them because they had nowhere to go that resembles anything like this. And opening this up to everyone is a fantastic thing to do. Matt and I were talking on the way down about the younger generation. They're really good with this, right? Boy, Roman knuckle locks, and you remember that's what we did with our thumbs, and they can like send spaceships into space faster. But we need to have the younger generation outside so they learn to value what you all know, that this is a special spot in Wisconsin, in Iron County, but also I'm going to say in the world. What we have here is very unique, and you're working to make sure it is preserved and protected for everyone going forward.
Without the volunteers, the trail simply would not exist. So I would encourage everybody, if you're not already a North Country Trail volunteer, there is a way that you can get involved and make a difference in this trail. You don't have to be young and strong, you can be old, you can work behind a computer, you can plow through the woods and figure out where the trail is going to go, and just about everything in between. So if being part of something that's very inspiring appeals to you, talk to somebody involved with either the chapter or the association and figure out a way that you can get involved, because there is a role to play. My kids have grown up volunteering on the North Country Trail, and I don't know if there's anything better as a parent than to hear your kids talk about their trail, because they are going to be the future of the North Country Trail. That's why all these people are doing this is because they want people in future generations to be able to come and enjoy this trail and enjoy the beautiful places that it goes.
So my task today is to try to give you a broad history about this bridge. So my question is, how long does a bridge like this take to build? Well, I think Eric's probably going to talk to you with the details in a little bit. He's probably going to say, oh, 3 weeks or a month. I'm going to say 25 years. Then in about the mid-90s, Jim Burrow, I think he was actually the president for a while, Kevin.
Yes, he was.
Yep. Jim Burrow was the local chapter president, and he sent a letter to the National Park Service that said, well, they had been up here doing some work and they scouting around and again visited Wren Falls, and he sent this letter that said, you have to bring the trail past Wren Falls. It's just a spectacular place. There we were talking about all this, and Tim spoke up, and Tim is just one of these guys that has learned a fantastic amount of things through the years, through practical experience. And he spoke up and he says, you know, Joe, he says, I think we can build this bridge with our county workforce. He said, we built one almost as long down there at Saxon Harbor, and we did that for only $6,000. Well, man, my ears lit up. And I said, well, if you can do it for anywhere, even 3 times that amount, we can raise that kind of money.
So it was in 2018 we come out, Tim and I came out and actually decided on what spot we thought the bridge could be built, and took some measurements, took some photos. You may see some of those photos of the bridge location before the bridge is there when the trees are all still standing there. That was in 2018, and then we started the permitting process with the DNR. We started the engineering approvals for the design of the bridge. As Bill said, Tim Crowell was a recreation maintenance technician for Iron County Forestry for 30 years. Tim built wooden bridges, he built wooden structures, he built roads, he did a little bit of everything. He's a jack of all trades. Tim drew the plans for the bridge. It's a 2-span bridge. It's got a 30-foot span on this end and a 50-foot span over the main channel of the river, for an 80-foot total length bridge with 16-foot ramps on both sides. Through his other projects over the years with Iron County, Tim came up with the idea of building a steel A-frame and dragging it across the river and assembling it on the other side and cabling off to a stump. And we brought our excavator down and sat here, and we used our excavator to lift the line and pull tight the cable across the river, so that we could have a pulley and a rope and simply pull the steel across to the other side. Then they came back out and they drug my 3 foresters with, and much to their chagrin, they got to carry concrete across the creek. They carried all of the concrete you see down there. They mixed by hand with cement mixer right here at the top of the hill, and they carried it with a 5-gallon bucket to the other side, one after another. Foresters don't like carrying concrete buckets. That steel construction, the welding, the decking, the finishing work took about another 2 weeks. So the whole bridge project, start to finish, I would say took approximately 7 weeks, but 3 weeks in the middle of that was just letting concrete cure. My staff really made this happen. I mean, I'm the organizer and the planner and keep the ship going in the right direction, but our county staff is the one that builds these things, and in many cases comes up with the ideas on how to get it done. The good part is Bill didn't give me a $250,000 budget, so we built it for 28 grand.
All right.
And I'm happy that it's here, and when the North Country Trail is complete through Iron County, it'll almost be 99% on the Iron County Forest when it's all said and done.
A slideshow is going to be shown at the Iron County Memorial Building, as I mentioned, the building of the bridge. And then with what's going on in the community, we're having our potluck at the Iron County Farmers Market after that. And you're all welcome, because we've made sloppy joes for 100 people.